Yo, what's going on, toxic gamers? You might want to stop rolling those fat doobies tonight because, guys, we got a massive disaster, and I mean a big one, okay? We got a big Hurricane Diddy coming your way, so definitely hide your kids, hide your wives. Now, I'm serious, fellas. This is huge, okay? We got so much disaster that I don't even know, man. It's like a daily situation right now. Like the video if you think there are 2 genders. Dislike the video if you think there are 5,000 genders. Like for 2, dislike for 5,000. I'm just trying to know where you guys are at. And as always, salute to Captain BBC. This is justice for Yasuke. After what these suckers done to Yasuke, this is what they deserve, okay? They deserve this all. Shout out to the homie Endymion TV. Let's see what's on the menu. Roll it.
Hey, it's Endymion, and the Obsidian Avowed dilemma situation that is forming around Obsidian has gotten much worse as whistleblowers have now come forward. And even David Jaffe, the creator of God of War, has now decided to defend Matt Hansen, the art director of Avowed, and claims that Dragon Age Veilguard failed because of YouTubers. This is all starting to mutate like Cell in Dragon Ball Z. First we thought this wasn't that bad, sure it's annoying, but it'll pass. Then the situation swallowed an android. And we went, well, that's not good, and I'd say we're currently in the mid-form of Cell in terms of uh-ohs right now. Not quite perfect Cell just yet, but we're getting there, fellas. Let's start with Jaffe, because this guy is losing his composure quite often these days, so what happened? Well, David Jaffe, like I said, made God of War. He was involved with the original 2 games, then went off and made some other stuff, and now he mostly just complains online via YouTube about people like me and others. Jaffe is a stalwart defender of the agenda as well.
Yo, God of War 1 and 2 were hands down the best, bro. And he was behind it. Like, listen, I'm not gonna take anything away, credit to him for making that, but what happened? What happened? Why are you turning to gamers and YouTubers right now, man? Damn! You should be on overside, bruh. What the hell is going on, man? But seriously though, on a real though, if it was left to him, David Jaffe, Kratos would have no longer been Kratos. He would have been Kratosi or Stacy, let's just say, right? After what's going on, after what these suckers done to Lara Croft as well. They turned Lara Croft into Larry, to Lorenzo, after what these suckers done to Tomb Raider. Dog, like, he would have absolutely made sure that Kratos wouldn't come out alive. You know, just like the homie Joel in The Last of Us.
Well, after all, he has a trans child and openly claims he has many family members that identify as LGBT.
Whoa, say psych, run that
agenda as well. After all, he has a trans child and openly claims he has many family members that identify as LGBTQ. While I mean, whatever you say, Jaffe, that's your life, but just because you live one way, it doesn't mean that everyone needs to agree with you.
Okay, then it makes sense. Then it makes sense why he's mad on everybody right now.
100%.
Okay.
Anyway, he released a video recently where he decided to tackle concepts like Avowed's art director pushing pronouns nonsense as well as the YouTuber's grifting thing. So let's break this down one thing at a time. Firstly, we'll talk the Avowed thing, so here's what Jaffe said.
They're making the game really woke to upset Elon and Grums. Well, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're talking about, Eddie. I know the art director was basically pushing back because Elon got upset and Grums got upset that there are, God forbid, pronouns in that you can select or maybe not even select in Avowed. Yeah. But
in Dragon Age, they force you to be trans. It's not even an option where you can choose not to be or choose to be. It's like they force you to be. Either you are or you're not. Like, or don't play the game, suckers! That's what's going on in that game, bro.
So the art director got pissed off and the community manager shut her account down. But I don't know, you know, the game's almost done. So I don't really, you know, that may have just been sort of a pissy kind of
but he's talking about Avowed here. So in Avowed, I guess you have an option, but
statement. But I mean, again, you know, I mean, it's
yeah.
And I agree, Morgan, when you say, "Oh my God, again with this." I know, but this is the news of the day. You know, I mean, this is sort of what happens in the gaming world right now. We're still talking games. True. I'm still playing lots of games. We're still doing game design discussions. But these are the people that, you know, are influencing something. Don't know why, but they are.
Best video game design ever. Imagine Dragon Age wins the best video game design ever this year. And it's coming up. The Game Awards are coming up. The Game Awards are coming up. We're definitely gonna be streaming. I really hope, man, we get some of the best memes there. I know some of you guys would be like, hey man, SKizzle, whoa, tranquilo papi, tranquilo. Already, like, the gamers are looking like this, and understandably, man, because they're making us look like this. They're always like, hey man, you you this, you that, you don't believe this, you don't believe that. Hey, you get the F out. You don't deserve to live. Essentially, right? Like, gamers toxic, gamers problematic, gamers menace to society. How many times we hear this constantly from them? Like, bro, we just want a good game, right? Simple. It ain't even complicated. Simple. We just want a good game without extra cheddar in it. We love the cheddar sometimes, but we don't want like sauce on top of sauce on top of sauce, so it becomes too saucy. No Diddy. Pause. But yeah, right, like we just want a good game. Simple, man, simple. We don't want like extra cheddar like this one, bro. Come on, man, get it together.
I mean, imagine how unsuccessful you have to be that you're willing to go, you know what I'll do then? My game wasn't working out, so you know what I'll do? I'll build a whole career about bitching about stuff that I find woke. Really? God, that must suck for you. I'm not trying to be like reverse psychology the guy. I'm just saying it's like, Jesus, man, just go make some shit if you don't like it. There's a lot to like out there.
I think Jaffe is missing the point, which will become a reoccurring theme here when I talk more about him. But I think the guy just assumed that everyone would be on board with the same things that he deals with apparently in his daily life. Yeah. Well, like I said, everyone is different. Not everyone has the same life or things around them, so of course, that wouldn't be the case.
Yep, this is why I'm like, hey, like the video if you think they're 2 genders, dislike if you think they're 5,000 or more, right? Like, listen, man, I got love for everybody. We're gonna give everybody equal chances. I'm giving everybody equal chances out here, bruh. Like, yeah, bro, like, absolutely, man. But that's the thing, man. These suckers want to believe in more than 2,000 or more than 2 genders, but they cannot believe in 2 different opinions. Like, bro, like, diversity of thought is also a thing, man. Believe in diversity. I love diversity too, man. Diversity, yeah, I love it too. But it's like, but damn, man, can a brother also have a diversity of thought? In the name of inclusion, they exclude everybody. Like, you see what these suckers done to Yasuke? This happened. I mean, this is still an ongoing situation. Apparently, we got more drama with Ubisoft that we might be covering very soon. So get ready for that.
I think that Jaffe is just culturally out of the loop as to what players want these days. Look, respect where it's earned. The guy made God of War. That can never be taken away from him. But I think he needs to realize that video games as a culture have grown and changed since when he was still making them. The fact of the matter is that what Avowed's art director is doing here is nonsense. Pushing for pronouns is redundant when it's especially a separate choice from your gender. Like I said in a previous video, gender and pronouns should be synonymous with one another. If you're a man, you're he, him. A woman, she, her. It used to be so simple. And I think the more we give into delusion, the worse everything becomes. The world is hard enough. There's already problems galore that need attention, and now we gotta deal with these emotionally stunted adults who crave to differentiate themselves from others so they can feel special.
And like, why are we creating problems out of thin air though? Like, you know, it's not even, it shouldn't even be a problem. We got like bigger issues to deal with, but this is apparently like an issue out here. This is apparently happening in video games. Can a brother perhaps just get a good game without like gender field in it? Like, I just want Battlefield to be Battlefield, not gender field, right? You know, so you feel what I'm saying? Like, well, come on, man. Like, just let me just play a game, bro. Like, that's it. Simple.
First it was, okay, fine, have your pronouns, it doesn't affect me. Then it became, if you don't address me how I see myself, you will now get fired, blacklisted, or worse. Yeah, this like, draws a line where your personal beliefs now have philosophical and economic harm on the well-beings of others. That, in my opinion, is not okay. And placing these things in games like Avowed, which by the way reminds you every time you open the menu what your pronouns are, and if you don't believe me, there's your pronouns listed beside your origin and level so that you can never escape it, as you can see here on screen. I think Jaffe is a part of that group of people when I say that they know—
Oh my goodness, look at that, man. Damn. Yo, those shoulders, I swear to God, man. How many of you guys are gym rats? Like, any gym rats in my chat? Let me know, man. Any gym rats? Any of you got like shoulders like that? I'm pretty sure maybe one or two of you like, bro, with the they them, my language and dictionary or my vocabulary is also getting there, but one of you probably maybe have shoulders like that. But 99.999% of you men out there, you toxic gamers out there, not even have half of what she got going on right there, or he, but I believe no, brother, it was a brother that became a sister. I think that's what's going on right there. But damn, man, like, big NFL player right there. He or she should be in NFL right now. Damn.
No longer speak for players. I feel the same way for dying channels like Kinda Funny as well. These people who allowed the industry to morph and mutate into a Frankensteinian version of itself, but didn't have the backbones to push back because they were afraid of losing their—
Yeah, she takes like the entire frame, bro. That is crazy right there. He or she, I don't know, man. I'm having a tough time. I believe it's a brother that joined the sisterhood though. Welcome to the sisterhood. Welcome to the sisterhood.
Access. So they instead championed these insane concepts because they believed as long as they agreed 99% with whatever was being considered the normal, the sponsors would remain and the free game codes would keep coming. And it's because of these spineless individuals that we are where we are right now. And like I said, and I believe this with my whole being, a lot of these people, whether it's David Jaffe, kind of funny, pretty much every single major gaming website, and even some YouTubers who try to act like they're holier than thou, like the Act Man, these people, they don't speak for me anymore.
Whoa!
Because if the industry was left to these people, we would...
Whoa, tranquilo, yo. Pump the brakes, oh, tranquilo, papi. And he also showed like the gameplay of Skill Up while, yo, damn, homie's not holding back though. Homie going off right now. Homie going off. The Ackman's kind of crazy though, you know. The Ackman, of course, the homie Ackman also beefed with Andy Pants Gaming not long ago, right? So yeah, a lot of people beefing. Suckers beefing. Yeah, Suckers always wanna beef though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. Like, can a brother just get good games though? Simple, man. Like the video if you want good games, man. Like, yeah, damn, bro. Who don't want good games? I'll say this, man. I'm just hoping GTA 6, bro. I'm just hoping GTA 6 is good, bro. I'm hoping D-Sec is not gonna do anything too deep with GTA 6. No, Diddy. Pause. I just want that game to be good, man. That's the only game I'm looking forward to, man. That's the only game that I'm looking forward to. Of course, there are other games that I'm looking forward to as well, but GTA 6 is quite literally gonna be the biggest game. So I really hope these suckers don't do that crap in that game, but they probably will, to be fair though. To what degree, we're gonna find out. I feel like that there's gonna be a little bit, there's bound to be a little bit, because GTA is a real life kind of, you know, parody of real life, and in real life all that bull crap is existing. It exists, so it's gonna have that. And GTA has always exaggerated concepts, and they always have joked around and, you know, made fun of every group and all that, and they've done that in GTA 5, but apparently with the update they removed it all. That's why a lot of people are saying that GTA 6 is also gonna be woke, because they nerfed and took out some stuff, the edgy jokes from GTA 5, and it is true though, they actually did. They have, it's like they had in the original 2013 version, or, you know, I'm not sure around when they removed it. I believe some are saying they removed it when GTA Trilogy, the defective edition, came out. Now we have gotten the definitive edition, they updated, but I believe around 2021, could be wrong though, but around that time we started getting reports that they took out all of those edgy jokes that they had since the get-go when the game first came out. So that's another one of the reasons why you hear people constantly say that GTA 6 is gonna be woke, and apparently there's like ties with Sweet Baby Inc. and that sort of stuff. To what degree that is true, to what degree it's gonna be, or I should say to what degree Sweet Baby Inc. is gonna have their involvement at Rockstar Games or in their project, I couldn't tell you. Honest, quite literally though, quite frankly, I don't know. Nobody really knows, right? We have to wait and see when the game comes out. Now, some people are also saying, based off of seeing the GTA 6 trailer, it looks woke, and when I see the trailer, it doesn't look woke from the trailer, quite literally. There's a lot of there's a lot of Bunda, and people were saying that just changed the name of Grand Theft Auto to Bundastan, from to Get Theft Auto. You feel what I'm saying? So the trailer doesn't feel woke-ish, right? But what about the game? When the game I guess we're only gonna find out when the game comes out, guys. I'm just hoping for the best, preparing for the worst, man. Real quick though, if you guys do have Insta, if you guys do have Twitter, I would definitely love to have you there. Links are always down below. Alright, let's get back to the content here.
We'd be swimming in pronouns, body types 1, 2 through 6, and all kinds of delusional nonsense aplenty right now. Concord would likely still be alive if I or others didn't tell you what that game was about. Or the gaming community didn't have organized voices that were actually trying to tell the industry what we didn't want from them. So of course Jaffe would defend Avowed's Matt Hansen, because Jaffe is a yes man. He's not going to go to war with the industry in the name of players, because he still has one foot in that industry, whether he wants to admit it or not. Like when Matt Hansen, this art director on Avowed, retweeted the Elon Musk thing saying their pronouns were stupid, a mutual of Matt Hansen's on Blue Sky would then say this: love this. I propose we all just start adding pronoun options to all our games just to annoy these guys. Game as a character selector, flight simulator, abstract puzzle game, pronoun options. Matt Hansen would then reply, I will petition for this on every game I make. It's about them thinking that they're pissing off the right people in their eyes, but in reality they don't realize by saying these things they're rejecting the overwhelming majority of their player bases with choices like this. I should also remind people that individuals like Matt Hansen have become very comfortable with their own racism as well. Remember that Hansen confirmed that he would overlook white applicants for black applicants solely because he wanted to replace what he called crusty white dudes in the game industry. And like I said in my previous video, Elon Musk caught wind of this. He actually had more to say when Ian Miles Chung, I probably pronounced that wrong, retweeted this and said, Avowed art director at Obsidian and Microsoft brags about being racist and sexist against white guys. It's in the company's unspoken hiring policy where he's partly in charge of. Elon would then reply, he is confessing to illegal behavior, won't end well for him. And we know that once Elon Musk signal boosted multiple tweets about Matt Hansen rejecting white applicants for black ones, It caught the attention of Chris Avellone, who actually co-founded Obsidian Entertainment, which of course is where Matt Hansen currently works. Avellone had been attacked in the past by allegations which were proven false, and then he won millions of dollars in damages. He came out publicly and stated that Matt Hansen could be legally sued into oblivion over his comments as well. Another user would then ask Chris Avellone, does being rejected automatically make it discrimination? Avellone would reply, no, but based on recent events, there's a case to be made even if the rejection may have been valid. That validity needs to be examined by the courts because of the recent announcements, and Obsidian would need to show proof of the validity of the rejection. So pretty much if applicants were to come forward and sue Obsidian for rejecting their applications because of their skin color, all of these applicants' rejection letters and proof of having applied to Obsidian would have to, for legal reasons of course, be kept on.
Man, this is not what gaming was like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, damn it. Like 10 years ago it was kind of good though, you know what I'm saying? 15 years ago, beautiful, man. It started kind of like roughly around 5-7 years. I lost count. Let me know what was the first game that you saw this crap in. But even 5 years ago, we were still getting decent games though. It would be like 1 or 2 games out of the blue that will do that crap. I guess The Last of Us 2 was really a big one with the woke crap in it, right? With Abby the Brock Lesnar. Oh, I don't want to open that image though. But you know, when Abby the Brock Lesnar got his cheeks pounded in 4K with ray tracing in that, and they were like, that's stunning, that's brave, right? And then they killed Joel because he was a man, he was a fatherly figure. So they were like, nah man, fatherly figure, that's bad. Family, that's bad, okay? Men bad, okay? Toxic gamers bad, okay? Or gamers toxic and gamers bad, gamers deserve to die and all that, right? Man, what we doing here, bro? Like, as a society, what is happening to society right now, man? Society was not like this 5 years ago, bro.
On file, which then puts Matt Hansen of Obsidian into a really bad spot, because then if and when he gets sued, those legal documents would have to be given by Obsidian to the court so they can oversee it and ensure that said rejections by Matt Hansen of these applicants was not due to race. And then, of course, whoever did get hired would have their applications reviewed, especially if they were hired close to when these white applicants were allegedly overlooked. And then if that checks out, spaghetti-o for Matt Hansen pretty much. And I'm sure some may ask, well, couldn't Obsidian just lie or erase the documents? Couldn't they just change what those documents say? Well, if they did any of that, it would cause them a bigger problem, and if they got caught tampering evidence to falsify a narrative, they would be cooked. Remember how I said earlier right now we're at the second form for sell? If Obsidian got caught tampering legal documents, yeah, that would be enough to turn this situation into a perfect sell level event for this entire thing. Pretty much when it comes down to this, either Avowed's director gets cooked for overlooking white applicants.
It's no longer about video games. It's about like who got the biggest or who got the most amount of pronouns in their bio. That's what it comes down to nowadays. Holy hell, man. It's not even about, like, you know what, at video game awards there needs to 110%, they need to make it absolutely mandatory for the worst game of the year. We need to start getting worst game of the year awards immediately. Like the video if you agree. And Dragon Age should win worst game of the year. At least it's gonna win something, right? These things are all about, hey, we need to give everybody a trophy. Everybody deserves to get a participation ribbon. So I guess in that aspect, in this aspect, they can get it. They can win an award of worst game of the year. I think that would be brilliant. I think that would be brilliant.
Applicants, or Obsidian tampers documents to protect Matt Hansen, which then makes everything 100 times worse. The best case scenario for Matt Hansen right now is that he prays those applicants don't come forward to sue him. And if they do come forward, there will pretty much be no legal way that Hansen comes out of this unscathed. Circling back to David Jaffe, his protection of Avowed's Matt Hansen doesn't surprise me because, again, the guy believes in the same sorts of things that Hansen does too. But also, Jaffe believes that the state of gaming, the culture if you will, how things are going, are because of YouTubers like me and others. Here's more of what Jaffe had to say about how YouTube culture has apparently ruined games, specifically claiming that Veilguard failed because of us and more. Please watch.
You say that the gaming community ruined this game's success. I mean, you know, I don't think that's entirely fair, but I think there is a lot of truth to it. If you're EA, you've got to kind of prepare for the market wins that you're sailing into and all that. And so they should have been prepared to counter, and they weren't. Really, at this point, all that gaming community that you're talking about has done is they've made it so they've actually made games worse, which is what they say they're trying to not do. Because they have the charismatic grifters that make the videos that for whatever reason people respond to, people who haven't actually played it.
People respond to because it resonates with them and people agree with them. That's simple as that. Simple as that. And nobody is dumb here, okay? People see the truth. Real attracts real, man. People, yeah. That's because everyone is seeing, like, what's going on in video games. You think Dragon Age is the best game out there? You think this is normal, what they've done to Lara Croft from Tomb Raider? You think that's normal? You think it's normal that what they done to the homie Yasuke and to the Japanese history in Assassin's Creed? Like, you got, yeah, right? Like, these suckers were like, okay, we're gonna, for sure, like, add a black protagonist, black person in the game. We're not just gonna be racist towards black people, but we're also gonna be racist towards Asian people. It's gonna be like 2-in-1 kind of thing. And yeah, like, just because Yasuke was black, they made him gay. When the real life Yasuke was not. It's different. If the real life Yasuke was, then it makes sense, okay? Like, we talked about it a billion times already. But he was not. But Ubisoft was like, Ubisoft was still like, bro, nah, he black, he gotta be gay. Why are you gay? You are gay. That's what these suckers did. That's what these suckers did, man. Like, these suckers crazy, bro.
The game, like, played this game, will hate it just because they're sort of told to hate it. And so what does EA do next time? They don't make Stellar Blade. They just continue to sort of, you know, vanilla the out of everything they work on and make sure that no one's going to have anything to complain about. They straight up ask you if you want transgender game options 1 hour in. You select yes or no. So
Nah, people were cool with Stellar Blade, though. People were extra cool with Stellar Blade, though.
all the people invited into their game. I don't even know what it asks, but this character apparently is the Barv trans character, and so far there's nothing, not that that needs to be, I mean, to me that's the equivalent of saying, do you want black people? Do you want black people in your game? We have a button that'll get the blacks out. That's the equivalent of it. But if that's what you're saying, I mean, I didn't even know that's what they were asking. The only thing I've come across so far, and again, I've seen that cutscene, it's terribly written and performed, the Barv thing, but the only thing I've even come across so far is when you're talking to characters, and one of your multiple options is you can romance a character who is the same sex as your character. And
hey,
you can just be
Diddy.
like, oh, no thanks. You're like Chad and SNL. It's like, oh, no
Diddy.
thanks.
I like how Jaffe goes on Nast here and
That's Diddy. That's Diddy.
says that being transgender is somehow connected to being a black person now. Wow, Jaffe, that is one hell of a statement that makes no sense, but...
See, again, it's like, what's up with these suckers? I just finished talking about that, right? Like, yeah, proves my point, exactly. They always want to associate black people with this crap. With like, hey, black gotta be trans, black gotta be gay. Why can't y'all just make a normal black human in the game, in the movie? Simple. Black people are normal too. What the hell? What the hell? And brown people like me, you know, I'm South Asian, guys. I'm Pakistani, so I'm brown, right? Ethnically speaking. Yeah, these guys always do that, man. What the hell? What the? Why can't y'all suckers make a normal black person in the game, man?
Alright then, nobody is claiming that they don't want black people in games. But you don't find it weird that Veilguard has trans people in every single position of power within that game? And yet not a single villain in the game is trans or non-binary either. They are only represented as heroes who are just amazing and above everyone else. For God's sakes, when you have to choose between who should lead the Shadow Dragons and who should shepherd the future of Minrathous, which is the city at the middle of Tevinter's seat of power and also is very, very important since it's the place that you go to at the beginning and end of Veilguard's story, your two options are Dorian, a gay man, and the other mage whose name is Mayveris, who is a magister, and is also, by the way, a trans woman. Here's the thing, right? Tevinter has been documented before to be a place that holds magic above all. They literally have rules in place within their society to breed mages of differing houses together to make offsprings that become stronger when it comes to wielding magic. Dorian's entire questline is about this in Inquisition, by the way, yet BioWare, which of course Jaffe doesn't say this, because he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about, gives you the choice to make Tevinter be led by either a gay man or a trans woman. Two people who would vehemently be against the clan-like mating culture of Tevinter to make stronger mages. There's no way a society that openly embraces blood magic and slavery and mating rituals would want someone in power who opposes these creeds like Veilguard pushes onto you. Yet you also don't see the blood magic or the slavery in the street.
Guys, it's never gonna stop. I mean, eventually it's gonna, but like, that's how it feels like. Check out this video on the screen. We had so many clips in this video. This is gonna show you the society that we're living in right now. A whole lot of delusional stuff, guys. Check out this video on the screen. You're gonna be entertained by it, but you're also gonna be like, hey, what the hell is going on? Check it out and I'll see you right there.